Hey boys and girls, binding is in. Glued all the bindings, purflings in, and then they of course stick out a little bit. I sand them down to the dimension they need. You can scrape it with a scrape iron, you can do it with a plane, even with a chisel if it's very sharp. You're very careful. I just simply do it with my sanding block, 80 grit on it, and get them even with the sides, with the top, on the back. I sand it down, especially the sides, and I use the block for it because it has a nice width to go over it. First 80, then 100, then 150, just to make it smooth. When you do that, you'll find that there are places that are, wow, just have this little dent, or and you want to sand it away. Take care that you don't sand off anything of the width of the binding. The trick is to keep the binding, the width, as thick as it is, all over, all around. And if you're sanding too hard, too fanatic on one place, you can make it thinner here. That shows, and that doesn't look good. So keep that in mind, to keep this upper side of your binding the same width. If it's uneven here, and you have to get also a little piece of the binding, don't take it straight, but take it on a little angle, and take care this stays the same. Very important. Good. So that's what I did. Sanded it down, and I made this on the heel. Took the wood of the heel away until it has the same depth as where the black line starts. So that's an easy measurement, black and black. Put on some black veneer, 2 pieces of white veneer, and then this little piece of ebony, and glued it all on. And of course it all stuck out a little bit, and then I sanded it into place. Roughly, it's not completely well done, but the rest will come when we are going to form the neck, because I want this line to be a nice straight line with one curve in it. And by that time I'm working from here to there, we'll sand it one fine as well. Oh, and the end graft, remember, I had to make it wider because I had very ugly dents there and there, so deep I couldn't fix it. So I thought, well, I just make the end graft a bit wider. It's very simple, piece of binding with the white and black on it, on this side, on that side, so this white lining will go through. One piece of binding I took off the white and black lining and put that in the middle, and these are just 2 pieces of scrap coming from the back or the sides, I don't know. I took it in, looks nice, I think. I'll show you what it looked like when we put oil on it, or lacquer. Then those colors will come out much nicer, much brighter. And this is what it's going to look when we are really going to finish it. I'm pleased with it. Will be alright, I think. Okay, I can let this one rest, and dry for that matter. And we'll start on our fretboard. I have a piece of ebony fretboard, like an ebony bridge as well. This piece had some flaws in it. You can see it over here. There's a piece missing. Here's a piece missing. But I think I can get the fretboard out, and those defects will fall off. Will be just on here, but we'll find something on it. That will work. Good. Put a middle line on it, of course. Center line. First thing I do. And then from this side on, center line to that side, I took 2 measurements, I'll have the top here 47 millimeters going to 60 millimeters at the 12th fret. To make the markings where I should saw the fret, I use this one for my factory, made on the laser cutter. Very fine in its measurements, only 1/10 of a millimeter it could differ, so that's okay. I'll make a 645.2 measure on it, that means 645.2 millimeters from the top here to the bridge, and it's a bit smaller than the normal 650, and that will give the advantage that we can keep the pitch a little bit lower, or I should say the tension on the strings a little bit lower, and still get to the right pitch, so it will play a little bit easier, and that's what I like. Good. What I'll do is clamp this one on here, and I can put it on the center line, and what I did was this side I made completely flat with the plane, and this angle I made exactly 90 degrees. That's important because I have to have this 90 degrees on it, because the nut is coming on here. You can imagine this has to go on straight on there, and to get the slots for the fret wire perfectly 90 degrees on it, I need this straight side. Put it in here. After the signs are on, this goes away. Little saw, most of the time used for little iron jobs, but you can also find blades suitable for wood. And the nice thing of this blade is it gives a slot of 1/2 mil, and 1/2 mil is exact the width I need for my fret wire to go in, so that's nice. I made this one just to make sure I'm going in a straight line with these two. You can also use a thing like that if you have one that's wide enough, a meter box you call it, I believe. And you can make something yourself. It's very easy as long as it's a straight line. And I made these two openings here so I can put him exactly from line to line and then clamp it in so it won't move. And I go line by hand. Takes me half an evening, but then I'll have it in nicely. When that's ready, I'll take it to the bandsaw and I'll take off most of this line, but I'll take care, I'll stay away a little bit, about 2 millimeters I guess, from the line I draw, because the last piece I will clamp it in and take my plane and go layer by layer, so I'm sure I'll have these measurements right. When that's ready, we'll clamp it in to the guitar, and I'm going to take the measurements and maybe a half a round in here, because will I let it follow the rosette, you still see the rosette at the top, or will I let it cover the rosette here or make it straight? I don't know yet. I'll see that when I clamp it in, and then I'll decide what to do. Then we'll take it out and we'll make that form, and then it's time to glue it on. So I will start now on making the incisions for this one. No, not the incisions. First the linings. Clamp this on, and I'll use a pencil with a very small piece on it, so I'll make a very nice thin line, and when I'm sewing it out, I know that when the line disappears, because the line will also be just a little bit less than 1/2 mil, I know I'm straight, I'm good on the line. And on my saw I will make a line here. The upper side I make black and the lower side I leave 3 mil. And once I'm sawing into the black ebony, when my black line meets black of the ebony, I know I'm in 3 mil, and that's the depth I want. As simple as that. So I'm going to do that, and when I'm finished I'll show you the result. Bye bye.